Hey everybody, it's your man Type coming to you with another true spook story. Now before I begin, I want to ask that you hit that like button. Go and subscribe to the channel and share me with your friends and family if you think it's not robbery. Everybody, let's get on into this thing. So this story gonna take place in Apopka, Florida, and down to Orlando, and it's kind of crazy with this one right here. So I'm gonna tell it slow, and I want you guys to really pay attention because it's gonna get a little more. It's gonna get a little epic and a little bit racist, but I promise at the end of the story you'll understand exactly what's going on because it confused everybody else in the hood at the time. But we'll see. So there was these there was this one girl by the name of Leah, Leah Brown, and that's her real name. I think she's deceased now. Me and her about the same age, so I don't know. It's a lot of Leah Brown, so I don't think she can trip. So there was this white girl by the name of Leah Brown. She was in the hood. She went to all the hood schools: Ivy Lane, Carver, Jones High, around that area. So by the time she got, I mean not Jones High, Apopka High School. So by the time she done did, well, at the time she was living in Lake Man Garden Apartments. I had to be about 12, 13, 14 years old. And she was very much known as a little whore of the neighborhood. I mean, she was going around sucking cock and fucking, and some of the older dope boys from the store who knew they shouldn't be fucking that baby, they was in there laying dick to her. She in there at the stove behind Big B, over there by the payphone late night, like a group of dudes, a gang up on the side of the road, and while one of their homeboys back there, fucking her while she acting like she on the payphone and shit in front of Big B, they just like made a crowd around, and I mean, it wasn't no gang raping or no shit like that, but she was fucking with one of them up there. But they'll block it off from the street and make it look like shit going on. But back to the story, they'll be sitting up there, making a little 13-year-old white girl suck on them and shit. That type of fuck shit there. She on acting like she on the payphone and they hitting the front and back or some shit. It's craziness. Well, my grandma always said that little white girl was put in the neighborhood to be a plant. And my grandma believed that. My grandma say, why is this little white bitch running around the neighborhood, 13, 14, parents don't care about her, nothing going on. She just running around the neighborhood. And I know her parents got to ask where she at 9, 10 o'clock at night. And I'm like, yeah, grandma. I said, she go to my school. I say, I see her all the time. She said, well, I need you to stay the fuck away from her because she just a government plant. This is how them crackers do. They implement white folks to come into the neighborhood and give y'all niggas diseases and put charges on you because they don't think y'all can control your dicks and shit. Just stay the fuck away from her. I say, yes, ma'am. I say, I ain't got no interest in her. At that time, I'm like in Rhonda, you know. So cool. She gave me a little pep talk. Didn't say nothing about it. So Leah, again, running around, ripping around. So now we both going to Carver Middle School. And she gets put in my third period class. If I'm not mistaken, third period was English or so. Grammar or some shit like that. So she's in the class with me. So I know what she do in the neighborhood. Everybody knew who was a walker who lived in the neighborhood on Ivy Lane Road. So she around there. So she's all happy, she's at the little what you call it, concession stand. It's the food bar where you don't get the free lunch. You go to the snack bar and get your pizza, your subs, or your cookies and shit because you got a little bit of money and you cool. So she up there and she got a pocket full of money. She just buying up all the junk food. She ain't even eating the shit. She just buying it, leaving it on the table. All the other kids get it when she go away. She was a little bitch, a little white motherfucker that had it going on. Can't get mad at her. She was fucking dope boys and big niggas, at 13, 14. So she had it like that. It was a hustle. So one day, I had got in trouble from fighting a dude named Brian. Brian came up there and he started picking at me. He pulled my hair and shit. At that time, I had a big old afro and I used to put my hair back in a ponytail and shit. So he came and pulled my hair, so I ended up swinging on him. Bam. So me and him in the courtyard and fighting. Pop, 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 pop. So while we in the courtyard fighting, we end up falling on the table where she had all her snacks at and shit. So basically, we fell on the table where she had her snacks. Chocolate milk got on my shirt, chocolate milk got on her skirt and shit. And they basically like, okay, all y'all going to in-school suspension. So my third period grammar teacher, Mr. Bose, she was like, well, Tyke a good kid and Tyke don't fight. I started the shit. So I don't fight. So the principal was like, well, we gonna put Brian in school suspension and Tyke just got to do detention. And since Leah is such a debonair woman, and Leah could make sure Tyke do his thing and he could learn something from him. So I'm like pissed off. I'm like, man, fuck this shit. Yeah, it is what it is. Cool. Leah. Boom, boom, boom. So now me and Leah in school suspension together, cause she was still a bad girl, but she carried herself decent. So now me and her in there in bed, we getting close. So not close enough for me to hang cock up in the bed, but we getting close enough so I'm starting to learn and I want to ask her what's going on. So me, I'm like, listen to what grandma said, like, hey, where your parents at? Where your daddy, where your mama, what's going on? You always out? Do they not care? Are they on drugs? I'm trying to find out, because again, I think she a government plant, a government spy put there by the government, to throw the black men off their game, because this is how grandma was talking to me. So I'm questioning, and anything I find out, I'm gonna take back to grandma. So she got to telling me, she got to say, well, yeah, I don't really remember where I come from. She said, I don't really remember. We moved around a lot. She said, I remember we lived in a place called Kissimmee, and then we lived in a place called Titusville. And she said, I think we've been all over, like Florida. Say we even did time in Tallahassee, but now we're here. And she said, well, I'm in school here. And I say, okay, cool. I say, but why you just like sitting up there, letting all them older dudes hit you and shit? I say, do you got your period? I say, cause I say it's wrong. They say for older men to bang out little chicks. I say, you got hips and ass, and I mean, you got a little shape till you done feel that. I say, well, them dudes, man, they may have something. And it blew my mind what she said. Now listen to me. She said, I'm not worried about them having anything. She said, for some odd reason, I can't get pregnant. And I don't care if I catch anything. I'm well taken care of. She used to always use that word, I'm well taken care of. She didn't care if she get pregnant. She'll go to the doctor. She didn't care if she caught a disease. She was well taken care of. So I'm like, oh, fuck. Grandma was right. The bitch didn't answer no questions about, where her mom and daddy at. She just said they moved around a lot. And then she said she didn't know how she got to Orlando and all that shit. That's why I'm like, okay, cool. So, me, I'm going to stay away. So she was like, Tyke, you're a pretty cool guy. You want to eat lunch with me sometime? I say, I ain't got no problem with that. I say, cool. So I can sit at the table and eat lunch with you. I knew I wasn't going to hit this girl. Trust me, people. I knew I wasn't going to fuck this bitch. So, over time, it was like the 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade. So 3 years at Carver, me and her got real close. So I wasn't like no best friend, no BFF type shit. I was just like, okay, I felt sorry for her, so let me hang out with her. Let me, see if I could protect her, try to sway another way. So we walking home one day, and it's like 5:30 because I stayed out there and I was trying to play basketball with the people. So she like waited on me. So we cool. So we walking. She said, let's take the back way up Campanella so nobody can see us. I don't want to be interrupted because you're my friend. And she grabbed me and she grabbed my arm and she lay on my shoulder and shit. And I'm 14 now, okay, I ain't had my nuts cracked. I'm like, oh shit, now I'm thinking, man, I could hit this bitch. It ain't nothing. So I'm thinking, but no, I was too damn protected by spirit, and I ain't hit her. So we walking home on Campanella, she laying all on me and stuff like that, and I'm feeling kind of like feeling sympathy for her, that type of energy. So we finally get down there and we pass Big B. So now we finna turn up America, and that put her back at Lake Man Garden, and we just got across the street, so we took extra long. So so when we get inside the gate, and this is the crazy part, people get this shit. When we get inside the gate, she would go to the left of Lake Man Garden, and she said she lived in the buildings that was one story on the on the left hand side. When you turn in Lake Man Garden apartment, you go to the right, you go down to the middle, you'll see like not the 2-story, the 1-story. She was living there right there. Now that girl went to Carver Middle School, and we walked to school. Did you know I never went to that girl's house? I didn't even know if she lived there. I didn't even know if she was telling me the truth. But every day she would meet me at the corner in order to get her ass up there, and we would walk to school together. She would go up to the store late night, bang out whoever, get money. She was chilling. So I said, this is kind of crazy. So grandma said, I hear you been talking to that little white hussy boy. I say, yeah, grandma. I say, but I promise you I ain't putting cock up in her, grandma. I say, I'm listening. I say, it's somebody, and I just got to figure it out. She said, you ain't got to figure out a motherfucking thing when it's a government plant agent. You ain't got to figure out shit. They put that little white hoe in the neighborhood to give bitches AIDS and gonorrhea and chlamydia. Say, look at her whole teeth. They don't even sit right in her face. I said, grandma, that's pretty harsh. I say, she ain't got good parents. They not putting her in the dentist chair. She like, nah, I'm telling you, boy, leave that bitch alone. She's a devil. She ain't right now. If I find out you fucked her, I'm going to beat your dick with a spoon. I said, grandma, I promise I ain't going to hit her. Listen, I never hit her, people. I ain't lose my virginity till I was 18, and that demon witch took it. Well, not hit her. So now I'm getting curious because grandmama it's our 8th grade year. Okay, I start right there. It's our 8th grade year at Carver, and grandma telling me, hey, leave her alone. I'm thinking she finna go to Jones. She growing up. Now she really developed. Girl had ass, tits. She thick, like J-Lo thick back in the day, thick. So I said, okay, cool. So in my mind, I'm like, I could hit the bitch, but then, I promised grandma I wasn't gonna hit her. Grandma already told me she a government plant put here by the white man inside the black neighborhood to give the black dudes AIDS and gonorrhea, chlamydia, and a rape at the end of the day. It is what it is. So I always kept that in mind, even though I was very, sexually attracted to the chick. So now our 8th grade year, we getting ready to leave Carver and go to Jones High School and everything. And I'm thinking she gonna go. And all of a sudden, we get over there, she pack up in this station wagon, and she like, hey, Tyke, can I talk to you? So I say, yeah. So, we walk to the back, over there by the basketball court and Lake Man Garden in the field. And she say, well, me and my parents got to move again. We finna move to a place called Apopka. I said, yeah, Apopka. I say, that's right up the road. I say, I could ride my bike there, but it's a long time. It's a long way to get there and shit. Probably catch the bus. She's like, please stay in contact with me. Please stay in contact with me. You're like the only friend I have, the only true friend. So I'm like, cool, I'll stay in contact. I ain't stay in contact, people. That shit fell by the wayside. So easy. Nah. Now she's going to Apopka High School over there. If not Wakaiva, but Apopka, one of them 2 high schools over in that area. So I'm still thinking about the chick, because I'm like, grandma can't be right. This ain't no government plant. It's just a poor white family living in the hood, chilling. I saying just parents probably strung out on dope, ain't watching her and shit. She ain't a government plant. People, the very next day after she left, how about another family in a station wagon with a white girl, 13, 14, 15. pulls up and move in the same apartment. One day, they ain't even clean. I don't even think they cleaned out the apartment. Different station wagon, different white girl, different little white parents, different this. She moving up, same thing. Now I'm in high school and I'm seeing the chick walk back and forth to Carver Middle School and shit, cause we get on the bus 6 days in the morning, and she's standing outside by herself on the corner, dressed to go to school. Little kids, school don't start. Carver Middle School don't start till 8 or something. So I'm like, man, this grandma probably telling the truth. So I got the idea to ditch high school one day. And I say, I'm going to follow this bitch. I say, I'm going to see what's going on. Now, this ain't Leah. This a new girl. Don't know her name. So I followed her. One good day, I tailed that bitch. So again, she walking up there to the store. Only white girl in the hood. She shaking her ass. She wearing little booty shorts. She flirting. She standing by the payphone. She asking the dudes up there for money. She just sitting up there, everybody like, you dig, and hey, little mama. So she getting all the attention. So one of the dudes by the name of 29, he come up there and he like, what's up, bitch? And she like, what's up? So he take her to the back of the store, say he got to use the bathroom, and she follow him in there. So he done went back there and he done knocked down the 13, 14-year-old white bitch. So I say, God damn, grandma right. So now I bucket. I wait till the school bus come because I done hid over there in Jurassic Park. That's the field behind Big B where the dope heads used to hang out at nighttime. We call it Jurassic Park. So I'm hiding over there in Jurassic Park with the dope fiends until, the bus come 1:30, 2 o'clock. I rush home. Grandma. Yeah, it's another little white girl in the hood. I say, I think you right. She say, I know I'm right. They been doing that shit since the 60s and the 70s. Always bringing these white bitches to the black community and having our men fight and give them AIDS and dirty them up, and now they got records for sexual assaulting and stuff. Can't stand it. I say, Grandma, you right. Them older dudes over there messing with them. I say, you ain't gonna call the police? Why? They ain't gonna do nothing to them. Just another black man gone. She said, you stay out of it. So now that made me real curious because I'm seeing the shit go on. It made me real curious. So, I said, let me contact Leah. Let me float to Apopka. So I got my little huffy. And I'm riding my dirt bike, and I remember Leah say they were gonna be in some gray duplexes over there by the Ace hardware store. So it was only a few gray duplex type shit. So I go over there and I'm waiting around, just riding the bike around. I'm like 15, 16 now. Riding the bike around the Apopka. It was dangerous back in the day, people. You went from Apopka boy to whoop your ass. Taylor's apartment, them niggas will get you. So I'm riding around because I have to see what's going on here. So I get up there and I see Leah. She get off the bus. She holding little books in her hand. She going to the high school now. So she holding the books in her hand. She got a group of little, high school dudes around her, all of them following her back. It's like finna be a gang hit thing, man. Finna be a gang hit thing. So all of them following her back to her place. Parents ain't home, empty house. So all the boys finna run the train, run the loop, however you want to call it. Man, tell me why. She saw me and she like wait, and she ran over there and she gave me a hug. Hey, Tiger. So all the Papa boy like, nigga, you ain't from here. Get the fuck out of here. I say, no. I say, Leah, I really gotta talk to you, man. I say, I'm gonna come up there to your school. Don't get on the bus. I say, I'll put you on the handlebars of the bike. I want to talk to you because it's another little white girl in the hood I want you to talk to. She said, okay. So, I ditched school, went over there and got her, put on the handlebars of the bike. I pulled her on the bike all the way to the house and shit like that. And then I say, so I'm talking to her and I say, so you say you ain't got no parents or you never see your parents? She say, when I get home, I never see them. I say, and where you come from again? I'm asking questions. She say, I really don't know. Only thing I could just think about is just where we stop at. And then, I just live. They just let me do what I want to do. They don't bother me. I come home, they have food cooked and they don't talk to me. They just do what they do. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I say, if I was to bring you to Lake Man Garden, do you think you can, talk to the other little white girl? I say, because she kind of fucking with the same dudes you used to fuck with at the store. I say, it's just like I just want to know. She say, okay. So me and her both skip school. We catch the city bus back to Lake Mangarn. I'm walking around Lake Mangarn, so I say, she live in the old apartment you lived in. She said, oh shit, yeah. So now, Leah is like 10th grade now. So she teen. She followed me over there. We go to the motherfucking, her old house. She knock on the door. Nobody answer the door. So we walk around to the back. We stayed in the back of the complex, until school let out, so we could walk around so the truant officer won't get us. So now the little girl getting out of Carver, she coming home. Leah walk up there to her and let's say, hey, how you doing? What's your name? She say, I'm Jasmine. She say, hey Jasmine. Say, where your parents? Say, oh, they should be in the house. Say, we knocked on the door, they didn't come. Say, that's their car? And I'm like, okay, I want to use your bathroom. Can I use your bathroom? She's like, sure. So I'm sitting there. She said, this my friend Tyke. He gonna wait outside. Okay. So I sat on the step. Leah walked into Jasmine's house and she go use the bathroom. And she walked out and she had a plate of macaroni and cheese and roast beef with a spoon, fork, plate. And Leah had took off her shoes and put on some house slippers, and she came outside and sat on the porch on the steps next to me. Now that was odd because that wasn't Leah's house. So I'm like, what the fuck going on here? I said, what's going on? So I ain't say nothing. I say, okay. I say, you ready to catch the bus back to your crib? I say, I need you to talk to me. She say, oh yeah. And she went back in there and she say, hey Jasmine, here, get the plate. Jasmine walk out there. So I see this white dude, and he didn't look like a cracked out dude, man. He looked like he had some common sense, knowledgeable, shirt and tie type shit. He walked to the door, and he say, all right, you be good, girl. And he walked back in the house. The little 13, 14-year-old Jasmine girl go in the house, slam the door, boom. I say, okay. So I'm asking her what's going on. She say, man, they look just like my parents. She said, I think that's like my uncle in there. I said, oh, okay, so you related to her. I say, okay, then cool. You got somebody to come see. So I catch the bus back to Apopka. It's by 7 o'clock at night. I'm getting back home. I'm waiting on Grandma to come to my mama's house so I can snitch in. So I said, Grandma, we got to go knock on this door. I said, Grandma, tell me what you think. So Grandma said, come on. So we go back there. We knock on the people's door. It should be like 9 o'clock at night. Ain't nobody sleep because the TV on. Little girl in the house. We can hear the TV and we can see shadows. So Grandma knock on the door, boom, 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 boom. She say, I want to talk to you about your daughter. Come on out here now, y'all. Come on out here. So they open the door. Dude still got on the same clothes, same dress. He ain't take a shower, ain't did shit. Say, you know that girl up there touching on them boys at the stove, and I think you need to make sure you get that baby to school. I'm just a concerned parent. And the guy was like, we'll take care of that. Thank you so much for being concerned. He was very pleasant now. But he wanted to slam the door in Grandma's face. So when he went to slam the door in Grandma's face, I ain't finna let nobody just slam the door in Grandma's face. So I put my hand up there. I say, my friend Leah came to visit her, and she said you could be a brother. And I'm just saying, just because that's my friend, I want to make sure. And the guy was like, we'll take care of it. So now the mama come to the door. Everything go right. The mama sitting up there like she don't work, in bathrobe, curly irons in her head, slippers, like moo-moos, but she was a slim lady. And so Grandma said, well, I just want your husband to know that we talked about your daughter. And she's like, oh, he handles that type of thing. And she just walks off and goes sit down and cross her legs. I said, damn. So Grandma said, okay, you have a good one, baby, and called the big guy. You have a good one, big guy. All right, thank you. Very pleasant. So Grandma said, listen, stay away from Leah and stay away from the people. Say, I guarantee. She said, guarantee. Now watch what come. She said, now that we done talked to her, and Grandma called this shit out, now listen to me. Now that we done talked to her, say you finna see a black girl start visiting them. She said, make sure you tell me when you see the little black girl start coming around. I said, yes, ma'am. So now, out of nowhere, it go a little black girl. I'm catching the bus. Now it's the little white girl and a little black girl. They both up there, in the morning while we catching the bus. The Jones, they still going to Carver. And I'm like, shit, here go the little black bitch. Grandma was right. So I can't wait to tell grandma. So every time we would get off the bus, the black girl would be at the store with the Jasmine, the white girl, Jasmine, and she would always be like whispering in her ear, coaching her, always giving her the go ahead, what to do, how to handle herself, yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, God damn, this shit been crazy. So again, I said, Grandma, they go to the black girl. So me and Grandma get in the Buick and we go park at Big B. I said, she gonna come up here in a second. So it's like 5:30 in the afternoon, like clockwork. The white girl and the little black girl come up there. So Grandma watch. Grandma ain't say nothing. Grandma act like she playing a scratch off. She just bought her back of Levi Garrett Red Man Golden Blend. And she just bought it, and we just watching how she sit up there and flirt. And the black girl, my grandma kept keeping her eyes. She say, now that black bitch just don't look right to me. So Grandma kept looking at her. So Grandma just kept looking at her. So Grandma say, baby, that ain't no girl. That's a grown ass woman. I say what? She said, that's a grown ass woman. That bitch just look young. She said she one of the motherfucking bitches you can't tell whether they 18 or 81. She one of them. I say, come on, Grandma, don't do that to me. She said, that's a grown ass woman. She said, she coaching that baby. I say, serious? So man, Grandma back up. Grandma got everything she need to know. She said, what is Leah bitch live? I say, Apopka in the Great Apartments by Taylor's. She say, I need to talk to Leah. So Grandma get up there, me and Grandma get in the car. So we drive to Apopka, knock on Leah and them door. Same thing. Dude come to the door, dressed up, shirt and tie, look in the house. The mama sitting up there with night clothes on, moo button up gown, hair roller, chilling, watching TV, reading the paper, fanning herself. So Grandma say, baby, can I talk to you? And Leah come out the door. And Grandma say, where y'all come from? And Leah said, oh, I just remember, I say, I can remember when we was living in Tallahassee. She gave me the rundown where she lived, all that shit. So I'm like, okay, Grandma. And Grandma say, okay, I want to ask you another question. She said, what happened to your black friend when you was over there in Lake Mangar? She said, oh, and she called out the name like Carmela, Carol. It stuck with something like that. And I don't want to lie to people because these real fucking people. So I want to say Caramel. It was a bullshit name, but Care something. I think she called the Care Bear or Caramel Care Bear. That was like a nickname. That's what's sticking. Just like, oh, when I moved to Apopka, she just moved. But yeah, we used to have classes together. She used to come over and visit at the house, and we used to sit on the porch and eat marshmallows and laugh and joke. And Grandma say, okay. She say, well, I'm looking for her because I got some for her. And she like, oh, well, I asked my mom and dad to get in contact with her. I'm pretty sure they know because they always talking to her on the phone. We don't talk as much. I said, Grandma say, okay, do that. We never got in contact with the girl. So now Grandma say, well, I need to focus on this young girl, Jasmine, over here. We need to figure out what's going on. So now Grandma done made it a mission to make sure shit going on right with the little girl, Jasmine. So now Grandma getting our work, Grandma focusing, Grandma looking at the lady who's supposed to mask as a young girl, but it was a lady. But Grandma finally stopped the lady and said, because she was in the parking lot, she had went and checked the mailbox and all that shit. She's like, hey, where your parents at? And the girl that acted like a little lady, the lady that was acting like a little girl, supposed to be the little white girl, Jasmine's friend, she was like, I can't talk to strangers. She's like, I'm not a stranger. Bitch, I'm a gun Jew. And she said, you ain't no little baby. But you a grown asshole. And the lady stopped. So now I'm sitting in the car with Grandma because Grandma say stay in the car because if she a government agent, she may end up pulling out the fire, popping me, because I'm still a, buffed up ass little black boy. And the look on that little black girl face changed from being all bright-eyed, bushy-tailed to more like, bitch, so what? I'd bump your old ass off type energy, hold you in my business. She gave that type of look. And Grandma say, well, see, ho, I ain't scared of you. And she say, if you want to continue to do this stupid ass shit you doing with these niggas in this hood, say you make sure y'all keep y'all hands off my motherfucking grandboy. He's a good one. And that bitch over there in the Apopka y'all got living over there, Leah, say I really need y'all to take that bitch to the clinic because I know she got something. She was fucking with 2-9 and all them. And that little hoe in that house fucking with 2-9. And grandma say, how the fuck you gonna sit up there and do this to your own people? And the lady said, and I heard it with my own ears, people, these is not my people. She say, these are poor, no good, uneducated monkeys that should be dead. Say, I don't give a fuck. The whole race need to die. And grandma say, how can you say that, bitch? She said, because I'm not like y'all. And she kept saying, I'm not like y'all. I'm not like y'all. And grandma say, well, you heard what I said. So grandma went and got in the car. Grandma said, don't trust that janky bitch no more. I said, yes, ma'am. So now I'm knowing that this shit done happened. Everybody else still thinking this girl, 13, 14, 15, hanging out with the little white girl and shit. So I say, I need to go tell Leah about this shit. So Leah, at this time, I walk up there to Apopka, drive the bike. Leah crying. She on the porch in the rocking chair crying. She say, tight, my mama died. I say, in 2 days, the bitch dead? You know, I'm shocked, but I ain't called the bitch dead like that. I say, in 2 days, she dead? Yeah. I say, what happened? Say, I came home and dad said she at the funeral home. She dead. She dead. And I say, you care about it? She say, well, she ain't never really talked to me or nothing, say nothing. She just made sure I had food and she just watched TV. But that was still my mama. I say, yeah. I say, well, you know, you gonna have the memories. I say, grandma deal with that type of stuff. She like, well, they say I can't talk to your grandmama. They say your grandma went over there and messed around with my friend, Jasmine. I say, grandma never said anything rude to Jasmine. She say, your grandma said something and everybody telling me not to talk to you or your friend. So I say, okay, what's going on? So I go to grandma and I say, grandma, I say, you know, I say these government agent people got us blacklisted, right? And she say, I know. She say, let me tell you something, baby, come here. Yes, ma'am. Grandma put me in her car and she drove me all the way over there on Mercy Drive and we stopped at the Red's Market meat store. She parked. She said, come let me get some collard greens, baby. So we walk in the store and it got loud enough. So grandma always thought they were bugging her. And grandma say, well, you know, I was contacted by the little white girl, by the white girl Leah's mama. And say she contacted me. And because I dropped my number on the ground. She contacted me on my home line. She called me and she told me everything that was going on. I said, what? He said, yeah, baby, it's true. They infiltrating our neighborhoods and they putting white girls in there and having the white girls put charges on the men saying they doing bad sexual assault to them and everything like that. And she said, I'm going to ask you a question. Did you touch that girl? I said, no, ma'am. She said, now listen, they already told me they finna go up to that store and they finna clean out all them drug dealers and dope boys because they got everybody's DNA and they got a genetic marker inside them people to show that they touched that girl. Say that girl ain't human, that girl ain't real. I said, whoa. The grandma got out the store. We got our collard green. Now we back in the quiet car. She said, yeah, man, that's crazy what happened. So I know she died. I'm sorry she died, but I just want you to stay away from it because this thing finna get messy. People, about 5 days after, I'm going to school in the morning. The Duke boys, jump out boys, Duke boys, whatever we used to call them here, rough and recovery. Them motherfuckers came through Big B and they arrested everybody up in that store. They arrested the store owner. They arrested all them boys. And they were blood testing their ass. And every last one of them boys for a while had, you know, HIV and AIDS and chlamydia, gonorrhea. Then that was still around by the same time. Because now I'm like 16. That was around by the same time they started putting billboards up on Ivy Lane Road, all the way from Ivy Lane Road, Pine Hills, Apopka, that type of thing, saying that Apopka had the largest HIV and AIDS rate in Central Florida. They said Apopka was riddled with the shit. And me and grandma looked at each other and grandma said, I said, oh my God. So grandma used to always, so when grandma see a white girl in the neighborhood and she ain't got no steady boyfriend or ain't got no baby by no dude, and she just walking and selling pussy or hoeing or just strolling, grandma used to always call them bitch and say, look at that black dick bitch. Look at that black dick bitch. And I'm like, black dick, but she white. Grandma said, look at that black dick bitch. So grandma used to, put the dope boys on, because keep in mind, she's still a spirit woman and she still cared, and everybody loved grandma. And she like, them black dick bitch, leave them alone. So grandma said, if you ever see a white hoe in the hood and she ain't got no man on her, say that's a government agent. She started telling everybody. So now, when they moving families in the hood, people, they moving them in, and they moving the black dude in with the white girl on Section 8 type shit, and you'll see a little mixed breed baby. But the little mixed breed baby would typically be a cute little mixed breed girl that the parents don't care nothing about. It'll be a black father, white mama, same program, but the little mixed breed girl be running around town giving a pussy up, doing all kind of nefarious stuff, and ain't nobody watching these kids. And it was the same program all the way around. And grandma used to always tell me, keep your eye on that shit, boy. And I saw it growing up. Now, people, I'm finna stop it right there, because I don't want y'all to think I'm some racist. But it is what it is. This is the time I grew up, and grandma, well, no joking, she kept me good. Now, we're going to talk about this in the recap. I'm finna let you go. All right, everybody. I don't know if this bitch was scary, spooky, creepy, or whatever, but y'all tell me what it is. It's something that happened. All right, everybody, I'm tight. Telling you guys, sometimes the truth is stranger than fiction, but it's the truth, no doubt. Take care, God bless. Much love. And remember, some plants are sweet. Take care, everybody. God bless.